wormhole to another world. Teleport, come forth. Now listen, million, trillion, billion years from now, remember to share my camera if you're running to them. If the internet's still standing, remember to share my camera. Whatever social media outdo, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, and all those things, if my video is not on them, you upload my music, upload my thing on them. Shout out to everybody that million, trillion, billion years from now. Understand? Remember, boongo banga. Now remember now, don't talk about the humping game. When you're on your humping game. Now listen now. I came from a place where they speak Patois, which is, if you go online and read a Patois blog, and you might say the person can read and people can write. But you got to realize Patois is a different language. And the girls there, they're totally different from the American women here. Understand? Because every culture is different. Now, when you were a young youth here, I started humping from 14 years old. Understand? But let me tell you something. Every youth that on their humping game, but always remember, when you start to hump, not all girls you're introduced to your mother and your father. Understand? Because certain things you have to go and learn experience. Understand? Your first love, that's a part of it. Then when you get your heart broken and then you see how the game is, you're going to want to be humping around and doing different things. If you're in a home, like in my ghetto where I'm from in America, Queens, it's a style where you see your uncle have 4 or 5 different women. For other race, I do not know how you run your race, but in my race, this is what happened in our community. You might have an uncle and he have 4, 5, 8, 9, 10 girlfriends and none of them don't argue, and might have some that do and they're all on child support and a whole lot of tons of other things. But if you the young dude now, and you see your mother and your father in a bonded relationship like that, and you want to go and do wild things, you're probably gonna have your father tell you it's the wrong way to do. Then meantime, you might have a family who think it's okay for you to hump around. Understand? Because not all family gonna agree with their sons humping a lot of girls. Because remember, if you come from a respectable family, it would be like a disrespect to the mother and the father if you want to hump many girls. Understand? But if you're from the environment like where I'm from, then you understand where I'm coming from as a young dude. And you might see your uncle, your cousin, and all of them in your community having many girls. And you could see it advertised to you through the rap videos, and you know how it is in the TV, in the movie. As you're coming up, you're curious of doing certain things. Now, when you start to hump around, I'm gonna tell you something. First, in my community, like most of the young dudes, them will get young girl pregnant. When they do get the girls them pregnant, some of the girls them have abortion and they put stopping on their womb. In the meantime, some of the young dude family parents, they come together and talk over the situation, and some of the parents will make the baby born. But here what happened now? You know, that relationship ain't gonna last long, and the girls going to leading on the law, and the law gonna happen now. When you turn 18 years old, you see that money that the law give that young girl, because you're on your humping game, but you're doing it wrong. You're gonna hear, that knock might come with a note, and say you hold them. You might have your license, and you have to turn your license. You might on a job, you notice some of your money being garnished. You understand that? They come for their money, man. Always remember, so when you're on your humping game as a young age, I recommend you use a condom. And the next thing you want to do, man, as a young youth, you're not experienced enough. You need an adult in your corner, far as a male or a female. Because sometimes a female to a male is the best trainer ever. Best advisor ever. Why? Because the female already played that role already. She already cheat, down, fall. You know what I'm saying? So if you're taking advice from your grandmother, if you got a cool grandmother, it's good to share what's happening to you. Don't keep it away from the family. You understand? Keep one of them in. But do not give the family member the talky one, or the one who expose you in front of everyone. You know what I'm saying? You got to find one. If you do not have one, you're going to have to be your own leader and keep it in the darkness like that. Because when you're young, you're going to notice the changes of life. You know what I'm saying? You might have a friend that get locked up, friend that passed away, friend that go to the army, friend that get deported. It depends on what culture you are. Understand? Now, here's the thing now. When you humping around as a young youth now, you notice you come from school and you're trying to go behind your mother back, and bring girls home and hump. Do not cut school and hump. Do not do that. There's always a little gap there where the mother and father are not going to be around. You work on that timing. And do not stay out late and get the girl in trouble. You understand? These government here do not tell you these things. You understand? But we doing that as a younger youth. A young youth, they're doing that. The young youth, they're moving like grown-ass men and women, but the system is not realizing that. This is why I bring that to the camera, because when I was a little youth, I'm doing more things than adult. You know what I'm saying? I can remember, I come from school, I go paint, I go fix, I go build, I go hustle, I go play music. I do everything better than some of these adults. But just because I'm around adults that were hustling with them, and I'm a youth, they're gonna probably give me a little cut here. But I'm satisfied with that because I'm just thinking on sneakers and clean clothes. If you're a young youth and you're around adults and you're making money, don't take your money and put on all that. And don't think it's all about humping girls. No. So you plan for a longer term. Ask them how they make money and try to prepare for it. Understand? And not every female you meet as a younger dude, you must try to hump. Some of them you gotta turn them into your friend. You understand? Some of them you can make they do your homework for you, write your essay for you. You gotta keep them different. You know, so you gotta say, well, this one right here I like her, but I'm not gonna hump her, I'm gonna keep her as my pal. You know, like you pick her, yeah, what's up, how you doing? And if you got a boyfriend and everything, you talk to him like, yo, listen, I know her before you and everything, man. I ain't trying to disrespect you or nothing, but that's my friend, man. You understand? We ain't doing nothing together like that. You understand? I meet her before you, and it's all good and everything. And then you got to limit. Once you start to have another a boyfriend, you got to limit that, because sometimes some of these young dudes is kind of off in their head and will take up a gun and can shoot you like that. And that's how you got to know how to play your card right. These are some of the things I'm telling you. And the next thing you want to do, you want to stay up on your dressing. Of course, you got to know you got to keep the hairline them up, got to keep the cologne them up, because you got to get prepared. But while you're doing that, for every girl as a young teen you deal with, you write it down into a book, because you're going to get older. And when you get older, things going to shift. And you're going to notice some girls become government, some girls become lawyer, some girls become doctor, some girls become firefighter, some girls become bum, some girls become junkie, some girls become...